Hey guys, welcome. Anyway, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I just did this quick makeup look. This is my holiday go-to makeup routine. I always do this when I go on holiday, when I went to Nigeria, when I went to Turkey, and now here in Egypt as well. It's pretty much the same. I tend to use the same products, but it's more so what I use on my base and the way I layer my makeup and my products that will help it to stay all day. I'll link all the makeup that I use in the description box. Let me know if you guys like this makeup look. And yeah, see you in my next video. First things first, I'm going to take the Revolution Soap Brow and I'm going to use that to carve out my brows, well, to brush through my brows to keep them in place. So I always use a bit of setting spray just to spray in, and then I brush it through and shape my brows as necessary. This just helps to keep my brows in place, especially if I don't want to put too much product in them, and just also to avoid any flyaways or them being all sporadic during my makeup. And then I'm going to take the Estee Lauder concealer and I'm just going to use that to carve out the underneath of my brows, just to give them a bit of shape and to clean up the bottom. I tend to, sometimes I'll conceal before shaping my brows, and then sometimes I'll conceal after. It just depends on how I'm feeling, but I'm just going to use that to carve out the underneath of my brows, and then I'm going to blend that out with a small fluffy brush. To prime my face, I'm going to be using the Fenty Soft Matte Primer. This is the best primer for if you are in a hot country, if you don't want to sweat. I love this. I use this in Nigeria. It kept my makeup on all day. On Christmas Day, it was absolutely amazing. I love this primer. It's very soft. It doesn't have your skin feeling super dry, but your makeup will definitely stay on all day. So I'm just gonna massage that into my skin. I put primer all over my face. I don't just use it in one area. I use it all over my face just because I feel like it looks more even when I'm done. Then I'm going to take this Clinique foundation. I've recently added this to my kit and I do really love it. It's a really good match for me. And I'm just going to use that all over my face again. I try not to put too much foundation on my forehead just because I don't want my forehead to look really cakey. And obviously because I have a wig on, you don't really want a line of demarcation. So I'm just going to blend that in with a Morphe brush. It is a little bit hard to blend on top of the Fenty primer, but to be fair, it's just because the primer is matte and it's already set. I think this foundation is a comfort matte. I'm not too sure. I will have to go back in and check, but I do really like it as well. It is a really good match for me, and it also did keep my makeup on all day as well. Now, you guys know already I love the Born This Way concealers. I believe I'm taking the shade Maple and I'm going to use that to highlight the high points of my face. I'm just going to take it under my eyes, on my chin, the bridge of my nose, and my forehead, just a little bit on my forehead. And then I think I'm going to go in with a Spiced Rum, which is the same shade as my skin, and then I'm going to put that over my Cupid's bow just because I don't like the top of my lip to look too bright. I kind of want my face to be a bit balanced. And then I'm going to blend that out with a beauty blender or just a makeup sponge, and try and centralize the product as much as I can around my face. I don't like to spread too much. The best thing for hot countries is to use sort of minimal products but maximum effect. So I try to keep most of the products within the inner parts of my face, and then I blend and spread it out. I don't want to use too much product because too much product can look cakey, it will build up, and it will bother you when you eventually get really hot and sweaty, and we do not want that. For me, I would also say the key to effortless makeup is always blending. Take your time when you are blending. Time is not running anywhere, your makeup's not running anywhere. The more you blend, the less cake it will feel, and the more skin-like it will look and feel to you. So I always make an effort to make sure I blend as much as I can and make sure my beauty blender is damp, just because I don't want to feel overly cakey, and I want a skin like finish. I want my makeup to look smooth. I don't want to have any lumps and bumps and things like that. And obviously makeup looking smooth is also down to your skin prep, your skin type as well. So if your makeup isn't completely smooth, it's not a problem, but to get it as smooth as possible or to look as filter like as possible, then I always recommend to blend. To create my bright under eye, I'm going to go in with butterscotch on the outer corner of my eye, and then I'm going to use warm beige on the inside. Warm beige is very light, but to do a bright under eye, it's just about blending. Don't use too much product, and just make sure you blend very, very well. And also using a concealer underneath that is darker than the concealer that you're using straight away. The lighter concealer also does really help. I know this looks a bit crazy right now, but I promise you it will look amazing. And this is in natural sunlight as well, so I don't have any artificial light. So you guys are literally seeing my makeup live-o. There's no beauty filters around here. Literally, this is exactly what my makeup looked like when we went into the desert later on that day. And I will put clips in as well, probably in the beginning of the video, so you guys can actually see what my makeup did look like in natural sunlight, unedited, unfiltered, looking like an absolute baddie. Next, I'm going to be contouring with another Too Faced concealer. I'm using the shade Sable. Absolutely love this. I'm just going to place this in the areas where I want to contour. So forehead, sides of my nose, the high points of my cheeks. And then I'll use residue from when it's blended on my jawline as well. And then I'm going to take an angled fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use that to blend out. I tend to bring my contour kind of towards my face, but Sable is very warm. It has a red undertone, so I would say this is more bronzing than contour per se. I tend not to actually contour, if I'm being honest with you. I just more or less bronze, and I just love how a bronze look looks on holiday. So I'm going to use my angled brush just to blend that out, and then I'm going to use a smaller, more condensed brush to do my nose. And I also try not to move the product around too much on my nose, because you know we want a snatch nose. It's not a necessity, it's just how I tend to like to look. And then I'm going to also blend out my forehead, and then use the residue, like I said, on my jawline, base of my nose as well. And then just go over it, make sure it's airbrushed, make sure everything is completely blended just the way that I like it. So I'm just using this Morphe brush. It's a small compact brush, and I'm going to use that to do my nose. So I tend to always blend my contour into the beginning of my brows, just so I don't have a really highlighted brow look, and it also helps with snatching and pinpointing exactly where I want my concealer to go. And then I'm going to use a flat brush with one of the lighter concealers I used before, just on the bridge of my nose, just so it stays snatched, and I will set that with powder later. I just prefer to go back in with concealer, because sometimes when you blend your contour, it can sort of change your concealer placement from before. So I'm just going to go in and correct that, and then I'll blend that out a little bit, probably with my finger, just to keep product in place. Then I'm going to set with Soft Honey from Bobbi Brown. Whenever I set my concealer, or set my face, I set with a powder that is close to my skin tone. I know in this light it looks a little bit interesting, but this powder is more of a warm brown sort of color. It's not super bright, it's not translucent, it's not yellow, even though it's picking up yellow on camera. And I love it. It just gives my under eye the best, most airbrush look. Absolutely love it. And then I'm also going to use that to set around my mouth, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose and my chin as well, before going in with my bronzer shades. And I'm going to go in with Mocha Mami as my bronzer, and I'm just going to put that everywhere where I bronzed before with the concealer. Bronzing with a powder, or setting your face with powders, especially after doing your makeup, especially when you want a matte look on holiday, is the best thing ever. It keeps all your makeup in place, it accentuates your features, and I just love how seamlessly everything blends. I do love this Mocha Mami bronzer. I know everyone's been talking about it for ages. Had her in my kit for a while, but I don't really use her too much, but I absolutely love how it looks on my skin. And I think I'm also going to use that down my nose as well, with a little fluffy brush as well, and then just blend that into the high points of my brows as well, just to blend and have everything looking quite seamless. And then also on the base of my nose as well. Now, yes, even though I'm on holiday, I'm going to do a bright under eye. So I'm using this Airspun translucent powder on a powder puff. And I'm going to try and keep that mainly within the inner corner of my face. And I'm going to leave it to sit for a second, not for too long, because this powder is very white. But if I'm being honest, if you use it well, then it's not going to come up white and ashy. I will, again, like I said, show you what it looked like in some of my pictures and things. And I'm just going to use that to brighten up my under eye just a tad. I'm going to press it in as well, because I don't really want it to bake and be super bright. And then I'll wipe that off a bit after with an all-round face powder. I'm using this Revolution blush. This recently went viral on TikTok, and baby, this has been my blush for a second now. Like, even in my first YouTube video, this is the blush that I use. Absolutely love it. It's the XX Revolution blush in the shade Retro. It's this coral orange color, absolutely gorgeous on dark skin. It is my go-to blush. I absolutely love it. This is what I always use on holidays. But yeah, so just gonna put that on my cheeks, on my forehead, on the base of my nose, so that I don't look too over blushed or it doesn't look balanced. And then just dust it all over my face as well, and you know, just to check. Then I'm gonna use the MAC Fix Plus setting spray, and I'm just going to spray that all over my face. One thing about this setting spray, it will get you absolutely right. It will have your makeup looking absolutely melted. You guys can see already how melted my makeup looks and how amazing it looks. Absolutely love this. I know the girlies used to talk about it years ago, but this has actually been my bag. For my lips, so I always want my lips to stay in place for as long as they can. So rather than using just a lip liner, I'm going to go in with a dark brown liquid lip, and this one is from Smashbox. This does dry quite dark, so if you don't want it super dark, maybe see if you can find like a maroon, more red toned brown to use instead. But I'm just going to use this to line my lips before I go in with my lip gloss. And then I'm going to take a NYX gloss I'm just going to place that in the center of my lips and obviously blend that out. My go-to lip colors are also always pinks. I tend to go for pinks and nudes, and I just love how it looks having a darker concealer on the outside and a brighter inner lip. So I'm just going to blend that out, and then I'm going to go over the outside of my lips with a clear gloss in a second. Okay, actually before that, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fussy. Absolutely love this, just to tone down how bright that other NYX gloss was, and then also to add like a really gorgeous pink glittery hue to my lips. Absolutely love this. Just gonna put that all over my lips. This is definitely one of my favorite lip glosses. I just love how it looks. And then I'm going to take a clear lip gloss. I know I didn't think I showed it, but I'm going to take a clear lip gloss and I'm just going to put that on the outer parts of my lips. So essentially where I've lined my lips, I'm just going to use that to go over, because the liquid lipstick was matte. And just because I want an overall shine, I'm going to use a clear gloss just to go around the corners of my lips. I know that you can't really see what I'm doing at the moment, but it's just to bring everything cohesive. Next, I'm going to take the Juvia's Place palette and I'm going to use the lighter shade, and I'm just going to use that all over my face as a flesh tone powder, and I'm just going to use that to blend absolutely everything in. Also the MAC Fix Plus, I think this one has a little bit of a satin finish. I want to be completely matte, so when any oils do come forward on my face, I don't look overly shiny. So I'm just using that to blend everything in, and then also to mattify my face and take away a little bit of the shine that was produced from the setting spray. Next, I'm taking this Clinique brow pencil and I'm just going to use it to lightly fill in my brows, not too much, just to give it a little bit of definition. So I'm going to use really light hair-like strokes in the front of my brows, just where concealer and foundation and product would have moved some of my makeup around and made it look like I had a bit of a shadow brow. And then I'm going to use it to fill in the tail of my brow as well, and just the top portion, just to make my brow stand out just a little bit more, but I'm not going to add too much. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side, just for extra brow definition, and so my brows show up and they last a little bit longer. Finally, I'm gonna take this Lottie Loves Super Fake mascara. I was gifted this in PR, absolutely love. And then I'm just going to coat my bottom lashes with mascara, and also one of my eyes, there's a bit of a gap in my lashes because my lashes were irritating my eyes, so I had to pull them out. Don't want to be out here looking crazy on holiday, do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to use it to coat the bottom of my lashes and just to have everything looking cute and nice. I do really like how my lashes look, how my eyes look in general when I have bottom lash mascara. I just think that is my bag. That is my go-to look. I absolutely love and adore. But yeah, just gonna use that to fill in the little gap in my lashes, just so you know it doesn't look too blank and too sparse. This makeup is very much given. I look too good. Absolutely too good. Look at me checking myself out. Yes, I know I look good. And there we have it, guys. Thank you so much for this. I really hope you do enjoy this makeup video. I will have another tutorial out soon because I do have an updated look. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.